Start by roughly outlining a semicircle on your forehead and then different size circles for each of the planets. So for example, Mercury is tiny and right up close to the Sun, and finish with tiny baby Pluto on your chin. Sponge on some black areas randomly around your planets and also paint the ears black. Sponge on some purple around the black until your whole face is covered. Don't worry about avoiding the planets, we'll clean these up in the next step. To redefine the planets, take a makeup wipe and cover the end of a pencil or paintbrush and use that to remove excess paint from your circles. Keep moving to a clean area of the makeup wipe to avoid smudging and achieve a sharp edge. Paint all of your cleaned up circles with white so that you've got a nice clean base to work on. Also add the rings around Saturn at this point. When the white is dry, paint the edge of the Sun with a broad yellow band and blend inwards towards the white. Now do the same with orange, making a thinner band around the edge and blending in. If you need to go back in with the yellow to help the blend, do this whilst the orange is still wet. Paint Mercury, Mars and Venus with a base of red. Add a little dark brown to Venus. Add some orange to Mars and a touch of black shading to Mercury. Again, go back in with the red to blend if you need to. Paint Earth in sky blue. Then also fill in Uranus and Neptune. Carefully splodge on some green onto Earth for the continents, and then add a tiny touch of dark blue for shading. Use the same darker blue to also add detail to Uranus and Neptune. Make sure to leave a little light cloud visible on the lower half of Neptune. For Jupiter and Saturn, start with a base of yellow. Then add some orange and brown cloudy swirls onto Jupiter. And finally add the famous red spot. Add some texture to Saturn with brown, but keep it lighter than Jupiter. Fill in the rings a little bit darker. Now forget to adjust the camera to show Pluto. Poor little Pluto, he's always left out. Anyway, I coloured Pluto in browns and greens, and then I'm just adding some black asteroids above Uranus. Now I'm just adding a bit more black to wherever I feel needs more contrast. And then onto that I'm blending more purple so that everything still blends together nicely. Add some white highlights to the asteroids. And then make a few tiny white dots for distant stars. I'm making 1 or 2 dots slightly bigger to represent moons. Now add some very faint gold lines to show the planet's orbits around the Sun. Tap the lines to fade them out if you get too bold. Finally, for the face, add a little bit of gold into the sun. Onto the chest, paint the lower portion of the chest orange. I'm going right from shoulder to shoulder here, but later I clean up the edges. In retrospect, I think I would have left it wider, but you can do whatever you want. Blend in some pink going up the neck. Take some black face paint and blend downwards from the jawline into the pink. You can stop here if you like, but I wanted to add something a little bit more chaotic, so I'm splodging on some watery black face paint and then adding some water to let it run down. Tilt the body to get the drips to run where you want them. Do the same with gold face paint. In fact, you can layer as many colours as you like at this point. Here's where I'm cleaning up the edges, but you can skip that step if you like. Now, because my eyelids crease like nobody's business, I'm layering on some purple and black eyeshadow. I also think this adds a feminine touch to the look, which I like. Right, finishing touches, add some black liner and some mascara. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this design, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of me, please subscribe. Check out this video for a little bit more of a subdued galaxy look.